All right, family, let's talk about something that breaks a lot of hearts. Grandkids being used as leverage. Because I know the comments already. Aaron, you don't understand. I just want to see the babies. No, I do understand. That's why we're talking about it. Missing the grandkids is real. That's grief. But accepting disrespect as the price of access, that's control. And in 2026, we're not calling control family. The guilt trap. Let's talk about that. Let's start with the guilt trap, right? They know you'll stay quiet because you missed the babies. So they get bold, they get slick, and you keep swallowing it because you're scared of losing access. So you tolerate the tone, you ignore the disrespect, you apologize just to keep the door cracked, and you tell yourself, I'm doing it for my grandkids. But hear me, that's not peace, that's fear. Fear will have you accepting crumbs and calling it love. Fear will have you paying with dignity for a visit. And I'm not judging you, I'm waking you up because you can miss them and still require respect. Disrespect versus boundaries. Now let's clear up a big confusion. Disrespect and boundaries are not the same thing at all. A boundary sounds like this is what I need to feel safe. I'm not comfortable with that. If you raise your voice, I'm ending the call. That's a boundary. That's a boundary. Disrespect sounds like you're toxic. You don't get to see them unless you do what I want. Be quiet and take it, or you're cut off. That's not boundaries. That's punishment. That's a power move. And if your relationship only works when you're silent and compliant, that's not connection. That's control. Now I'm going to give you scripts because some of y'all don't need motivation. You need words. Script number one, calm and clear. I love the kids and I want a relationship, but I will not be disrespected to access them. When we can communicate with respect, I'm here. Skip script number two. When they threaten access, I'm not going to be manipulated through the kids. If access requires disrespect, then access can wait. Script number three. When they try to blame you, I'm open to a respectful conversation. I'm not available for blame, insults, or threats. We can talk when we can be respectful. And let me add this, say it once, no begging, no paragraphs, no chasing. Because the more you chase, the more you teach them disrespect works. Number four, consequences that aren't cruel. Now listen closely. Consequences are not cruelty. Some of you avoid consequences because you're scared you'll look mean. But consequences are simply the cost of behavior. If you disrespect me, I end the call. If you threaten access, I step back. If you talk crazy, I don't come running with gifts and apologies. That's not punishment, that's protection. Here's the difference. Punishment is meant to hurt you. Consequences are meant to protect you. And for some of you all, the consequences is distance. Not forever, not revenge. Distance until respect shows up. That's just the truth of the matter. What to do when access is blocked? What to do then? Now, what if access is blocked completely? What do you do then? Right? What do you do? First, don't spiral into chasing. Don't send 10 texts. Don't write a whole novel trying to prove you're not the villain. Here's what you do. Number one, stay consistent. If you set a boundary, don't break it. The moment you feel lonely, you know you set the correct boundary. Number two, correct a healthy outlet for love. Write letter to the grandkids that you don't send yet. Start a small memory box. Buy birthday cards and hold them. Even start a savings jar or a small fund for later, quietly. Number three, document your peace. I'm serious. Journal what's happening so you don't rewrite history when guilt hits. Number four, build support. You cannot do this alone. You need somebody who understands this type of grief. Because grieving someone you can't see while they're still alive, that messes with your mind. Number six, healing when you miss them. How do you heal when you miss them, right? Let's end with healing. Missing them doesn't mean you're weak. It means you love. But love doesn't require self-abandonment. You can be kind and still be done. You can be loving and still be firm. You can love from a distance and stop paying for access with your dignity, right? And if nobody's told you this lately, you're allowed to protect your peace, even from your own family. You're allowed to protect your peace, even from your own family. If this message hits home, do two things for me. One, comment leverage if you've lived this. Two, share this with a grandparent who needs permission to stop begging for basic respect. Once again, I'm Aaron Real Talk. Thank you guys. I look forward to your comments. Until the next time.